It's the NFL on EA Sports,
where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off.
It's the Giants and the Silver and Black
under the lights on Monday night.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Hello, everybody. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, let's dive right in. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, just about everything, Kate, but these are two such evenly matched teams. You and I know there's going to be 2, 3, 4 plays in this game that will likely define the outcome. That is the beauty of the NFL each and every weekend. Each and every Thursday and Sunday and Monday night, they come down to a couple plays. Who will they be? What will they be? When will they be? Tune in and watch.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
We'll pause after that first snap of the game. Gonna need to adjust their game plan because that is their running back who's hurt and getting some help. Offense to the line for second down. From the gun, Smith has him on the quick hitter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
That's into the hands of Mostert. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They'll motion Slayton left. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll throw on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. From the gun, it's Tracy. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Only a couple there, hoping obviously for considerably more, and that's going to bring up third and very long.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has his man, it's Tracy. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He has it at the 22. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Raider football. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
They'll run here on first down. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back to the well again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his first one. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. He's got him. That's Tracy. This is ahead for about 5. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down, ball at the 36. They're throwing it. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They are throwing it again. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. A handoff to Tracy. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Pickup of 2 here. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48, gets this to Johnson. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Jukes him, and now he's running free. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Connects with Johnson. And that's good for a gain of 5. He landed Roberts coming over for the hit.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing from the gun here. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Here's a throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's fighting for it, but will not get there. They stall the run out, and that's a safety. Well, an assist to their punter on that one, Brock.
I'm glad you said that, Kate. Absolutely right.
Because it was that kick that set up the chance for that immediate safety.
How many times do we sit with coaches over the course of the week and we hear it all the time? Mirroring that defense and special teams, teams. It can be game changers. And you don't know that play in any NFL game that could turn the tide. Well, we got to see the defense and the special teams marry together, and now we'll get to watch the offense take possession.
So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. Brings it in at the 12. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Connects with Slayton. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Finds a man right side. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Setting up a throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders jump in front now by 5. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Gray now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They've got some distance ahead of them, starting deep in their own territory after that free kick. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Bails out of the pocket quick. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D-tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass too, and that D-tackle just got it done.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He's on the move. And they get to him again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Dropping back to throw. He's got it deep downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. 35 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate, and we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And a man is there to knock that away. That one vehemently swatted away. And now it's 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They motion the tight end over. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He'll throw it yet again. He finds Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass cut by Tracy. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
To the line we go. They're set, first and 10. We send a man in motion. They go play action on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? They motion a receiver left. To the air, third and long. Finds his target, Robinson. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Smith. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air, it's Smith. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. The Giants using their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A.J. Cole on the punt. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. Escapes the pocket. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Second and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. Connects on the crosser. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll try and throw it here. Has it down close. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. These two teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Carlson, all set now for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The Giants ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play coming here. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Smith. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Smith on 1st down. He's got Bowers working the sideline. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Short pass brought in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. He's on the move. He's keeping it. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The give here on second. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So now on fourth down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. It's a 36-yard look for him. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that grows the lead to 5.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give right side to Tracy. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Tracy once more. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. It's a design boot. Complete beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41. Pass play now. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They go right back to Tracy. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll throw it. Gets this to Johnson. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Tyreek McAllister now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They run, here's Tracy. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6, that's gonna make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Trying the right side with Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
The Raiders go a nickel on this third down. He's dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his right down after getting this up to the 22.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Collects this at the 35. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be their football. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Finds his back complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Giants are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Gets this to Slayton. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. Neighbors with the catch. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
They'll go left side with Tracy. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Second and 6 coming up here. He's going to throw this one. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Motion man sent left. Throwing on third and long. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And the fair catch made here at the 15. So no return on that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to reach his own 20 before stepping out. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with third down and 3. Another carry for him. And the pursuit gets there to escort him out at the line of scrimmage. No yards on the play, and back-to-back stops forces a 4th and 3.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Giants football. Now here comes the New York offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He finds Neighbors right side. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He finds Johnson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Giants trail by a couple. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. It's Tracy on the carry. And he'll go down here at the 16. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Tracy. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Touchdown, New York! So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants jump in front now by 5. Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Raiders returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Finds him on the slant. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it again. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
Looking to throw it. He's on the move. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Giants taking it here, running out the final seconds to their victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Giants. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.